does have a brighter future, Deebo Samuel or Brandon Aiyuk? Before you answer, the people overwhelmingly on Twitter picked, can you guess?
Brandon Aiyuk?
They did, which is strange. I mean, not strange, but it's amazing how things can change in a year. They wouldn't have picked Aiyuk last year.
No.
No.
Brighter future. So there's a lot that goes into this question. I don't look at Deebo Samuel like a wide receiver. I know that sounds crazy. I don't really look at him like that. He's kind of a gadget player. I
feel like he's become less and less of a wide receiver as his career's gone on. Like his route tree is what? But he still makes an impact.
He's a weapon. He's probably one of the best weapons in the NFL. Top 3, I would say, as far as
when he's healthy.
When he's healthy.
Yeah.
He's a weapon, man. But Brandon Aiyuk is a true wide receiver. He's one of the only true wide receivers 49ers have, in my opinion. And as far as like who has a brighter future in this league, I mean, look at Aiyuk's history of consistency and stability and being on the field. He hasn't missed a game. What Deebo does is it's more dangerous, right?
Yeah.
It's like it's a perfect example. It's like comparing what Tom Brady does to what freaking Trey Lance has to do at the quarterback position, right? So Deebo, he's basically he runs very short routes. He's a running back damn near half the time, right? Him and Christian McCaffrey basically have the same role, just different titles, and they just do it differently. You know, Christian McCaffrey is elusive. Deebo's more of a I'm going to run you over type of dude. So I feel like the way they're utilized, it's definitely built for Brandon Aiyuk to have a longer, more successful career.
Yeah. Also, I just trust Brandon's preparation more than Deebo's. Like Deebo to me always, except for 2019. 2019, he was in great shape. But he also had a reason to be in great shape. He was on the mission for the bag, and he got it. But now I feel like he looks 5 pounds overweight, which is fine. I'm not fat shaming him or anything. He doesn't look optimum Deebo. Optimum Deebo looked like a Hall of Fame level player. I'm not saying Brandon Aiyuk is a Hall of Fame level player. But what we saw this year from Deebo was a guy who never really got into tip-top football shape because he was hurt and he missed some practices, and maybe he'll get there in the future. But if he's going to be this the rest of his career, so much of his game depends on violence and collisions and breaking tackles and being explosive. It's not just the collisions that could lead to injuries, but just stopping and starting when you have a little too much dip on that chip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you're trying to do all this explosive movements at 224 when you should be 215, you can pull muscles too. So I'd have to go with Aiyuk. I mean, there's no question. Look at his body. I mean, he's got 6% body fat. He's in great shape. He doesn't miss games. His game isn't dependent on him having explosive stop-start or breaking tackles. He is able to string moves together downfield at full speed that other guys can't freaking do. And he's got this length that other guys at 5'11", 6 feet don't have. Yeah, I'm betting on him to have a nice career into his early 30s.
Well, think about it this way. It's like in the NBA, when a shooter's athleticism deteriorates, he can still shoot, right? Brandon Aiyuk, let's say Brandon Aiyuk and Deebo's athleticism deteriorates. What does Brandon Aiyuk become? A possession receiver. He's still going to be able to catch it, still has, the wide catch ratio. What does Deebo become if his athleticism deteriorates? He's not known for his hand. He's not known for rushing trees. He's done.
He's a straight up like short yardage running back.
Yeah. So I think it's, to me,
Aiyuk's always going to have the route running and the length. I mean,
and the hands.
Frankly, you could picture him on a team with fewer weapons and a better quarterback. What the things he could do. You know, I mean, put him on the.
He's top 10. He's got Aaron Rodgers. He's top 10. Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, you put him on the Chiefs. I mean, and frankly, he doesn't complain. I mean, maybe he does privately, and that's the issue with him and Kyle. But publicly, he's really low key. They don't bring him to the podium very much. He's not. I mean, a lot of wide receivers flip out if they don't get the ball enough, right? I mean, that's the nature of the position. He's not like that at all. And he's the guy blocking down the field, no matter how few targets he freaking gets. Yeah. So maybe this is all just to get the bag, and once he gets the bag, he'll be eating Mike and Ike's courtside too. You know what I mean? But I just don't see it with. I don't. Mm-hmm. So I would bet on.
I mean, his mentality. He's just Aiyuk is no punk. I'll put it that way. He's
and I feel like he's more taking ownership of the team. Like, I think Deebo's more concerned. Well, I don't know. I can't say about Deebo, but in these training camp practices, dog days of summer, where they all hit each other for a week and eventually the fights start. Someone like the defense was punking the offense and Fred was taking it too far and someone had to stand up, and it wasn't going to be Kittle. It wasn't going to be Trent Williams. It wasn't going to be Deebo. If it was going to be anyone, it was going to be Aiyuk, and he did it. And I think that says something about him. He's kind of like the Fred Warner of the offense without talking a lot.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, man. Underappreciated. Yeah. To me, he's the most underappreciated player on the 49ers offense, possibly the entire 49ers team.
They got to find a way to keep him around long term, because I think that's one of the guys that you can count on him to give the same level of sacrifice and professionalism, no matter how much money he's making.
They absolutely need to do it. I don't see how they do it without letting someone else go. So, like, I don't see how.
Well, I'd rather have him long term than George Kittle. Nothing against George Kittle, great player, man. You're going to be 30 next year. Armstead going to be 30 next year. What is Aiyuk, 24, something like that? I don't even know. So yeah, they got to figure out. They got to keep them both.
Yeah.
If you want, with Deebo and Aiyuk, but there's some guys getting up there that I would rather, if you had to choose.